properties, moringa extracts may combat infections caused by Salmonella, Rhizophus, and E. coli. Did you know that the powerful antioxidants found in moringa extract may be helpful in preventing cardiac damage and has also been shown to help maintain a healthy heart? Just a bit of info on the many benefits of a moringa. Did you know made possible compliments your nation station, national broadcaster DBS Radio. Up next, the DBS Major Morning News.
DBS News. Fresh in the morning. Eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
Good morning. In the headlines, police confirm that the Major Crime Unit has begun investigation into the shooting death of former Customs Officer Ganef Jolly. 127 Vincentians on U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement lists for deportation, and families search for missing relatives after 12 feared dead in crush at Kumbh Mela Festival in northern India. The details follow.
Ho, ho, ho! Soft Weave has something special for you. Introducing Soft Weave's new Christmas design paper towel. Now this is your chance to win big for the season. Purchase Soft Weave's Christmas design paper towel and get a chance to win one of 9 amazing prizes. Prizes include $1,000 cash, $500 cash, shopping vouchers, hams, and turkeys. Ho, ho, ho! So hurry now. Grab your Soft Weave Christmas design paper towels and win big. Make this season merry and mess-free. Soft Weave Christmas Edition. Promotion ends January 31st. See in stores for details.
Terms and conditions apply.
Merry Christmas to everyone.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
DBS News.
We thank you for joining us on the morning newscast. I am Ivona John Baptist Luge. First off, police have confirmed that the Major Crime Unit has begun investigation into the incident involving former Customs Officer Ganef Jolly, who was shot dead. Jolly was shot at Everton Estate in Loubier, where he lived, around 12 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon. Police say the motive for the shooting death is not yet known. This is the second homicide for the year. 35-year-old Siobhan Devon Larrock of Salisbury was stabbed to death following an altercation with an unidentified suspect on Saturday, January 11. In more news, the 2025 Miss OECS will be crowned at Winter Park Stadium forecourt on Friday evening. Miss Dominica Kiana Dyer is among 5 competitors for the event.
And we start with none other than contestant number 1, Miss Shania, like Shania Twain, Miss Shania Samuel, hailing from the beautiful Isle of 365 Beaches, Antigua and Barbuda.
Followed by contestant number 2, Miss Kiana Dyer, representing the hosting island, Dominica.
Third on the lineup, Miss Tamiqua de Tourville, proudly representing the gem of the Caribbean, St. Lucia.
Marissa Bazzi, representing the Emerald Isle of the Caribbean, Montserrat.
And last, certainly not least, I am Leisha Beach, contestant number 5, representing the gem of the Antilles, St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
And the reigning Miss OECS, who will give up her title, is, but once a queen, always a queen.
Well, my name is Clemarissa Smart, and I am Miss OECS 2024. Can't wait to crown Miss OECS 2025.
Contestants for the Miss OECS pageants. The government of Dominica takes its series of town hall meetings to the Kalinago territory later today. Government Press Secretary Dion Durant-Smith reports.
The government says that why they're not introducing campaign financing, Mr. Byron recommended it, is because he had a meeting with
Okay, so we were expecting to hear from Government Press Secretary Dion Durant-Smith. As we told you, the government of Dominica will take its series of town hall meetings to the Kalinago territory later today.
The government of Dominica continues its series of town hall meetings, bringing the plans and vision of the administration closer to the people. The second in the series will be held in the Kalinago territory at the Salibia Primary School this Wednesday starting at 6 p.m. The meeting will provide an opportunity for residents to engage directly with government officials, discuss ongoing projects, and share ideas to advance community development. Presenters are expected to address key areas such as infrastructural development, education, housing, agriculture, and support for local industries, topics that are critical to the livelihoods and well-being of the Kalinago people. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit and other members of cabinet will be present to address concerns and outline the government's vision for the Kalinago territory and for the country as a whole. All residents are encouraged to attend and to make their voices heard.
Government Press Secretary Dion Durant-Smith, DBS Radio will carry live the event at the Kalinago territory later today. There will be no news at 6, and we will have an early edition of the general announcements and the deaf announcements on the community bulletin board, and that will be at 5:30 this afternoon. Leader of the United Workers' Party, Dr. Thompson Fontaine, has called for a complete re-registration instead of government's electoral reform proposal of reconfirmation. Fontaine made the call at a UWP town hall meeting at PSU last night. Government is expected to pass 3 electoral reform bills in Parliament soon, but Dr. Fontaine says his party disagrees with some sections of the bills.
This government should be able to tell the Dominican public, we have a 5-year mandate. We are going to take 3 months of those 5 years, and we are going to clean this list by having purely a re-registration. All it takes is 3 months. Within 3 to 6 months, we don't have to call elections, but within those 3 to 6 months, we will go for a re-registration that will allow us to have a cleanness. So all of our dear friends in the diaspora who qualify will find themselves on this list and they can keep voting. So it's not about keeping anybody out. We are saying that we do not want a reconfirmation, that it must be a complete re-registration. With regards to the voter ID cards, we have a half measure. They said, okay, they will give the voter ID cards. If that's what you want, take it. We say, no, we need the biometrics on it. We need to be sure, like they do in Antigua, put the fingerprints on the back of the thing, man. Let us get the fingerprints there. Plus the photo. Election campaign finance. The legislation is extremely silent of election campaign finance because you must have a level playing field. Why not have the level playing field that says I can stand on my record, I can stand on my performance? Election offenses of bribery and treating. Again, the legislation is silent on this.
Leader of the United Workers' Party, Dr. Thompson Fontaine. Power company Domlec is looking to restore 6 megawatts of capacity by the end of February 2025 as it continues in efforts to improve reliability and increase generation supply. Generation manager at Domlec, Dave Stamp, says this is part of a major maintenance program which began in 2024. He says the program entails the complete major overhaul of about 13 units.
We started by ensuring that we complete the aggressive major maintenance program that we started in 2024. And we have been pretty much successful at it. For instance, we expect by the end of this quarter to have completed maybe about 50% of that program. And also, from a reliability point of view, we have a number of units that are out of service, either undergoing major maintenance work in progress, or out of service due to unplanned issues. And so our estimation, we intend to restore maybe approximately 6 megawatts of capacity, certainly before the end of February. And that will significantly improve our generation capacity and the reserve margin. So we need to expedite the return of some of these units that are out of service as early as possible in the year. And our aim is certainly by the end of February to have a lot of these capacities returned to service, and therefore assisting in ensuring that we have enough surplus capacity to avoid the reliability and the load management programs that we have had to employ and inconvenience our customers.
Generation manager at Domlec, Dave Stamp. The St. Martin's Secondary School has amassed the highest score in round 1 of the first competition in the Inter-Secondary Schools debating competition. The Castleborough Secondary School and the St. Martin's Secondary School went head-to-head at the UE Global Campus. The topic debated was skills-based learning has become more relevant than formal academic training in meeting the economic needs of Dominica. He has some insights into the debate from the winning school, the St. Martin's Secondary School.
Madam Moderator, the same article asserts that structural reforms to modernize the economy through efforts like skills upgrading could enable economic growth. Simply having paper qualifications will not cut it. Madam Moderator, to assist Dominica in growing economically, especially as new economic drivers are being explored, we must focus on skill-based learning. The average bachelor degree via a traditional college or university costs tens of thousands of dollars. Skill-based training is a fraction of that cost. Ms. Seraphine from the Tibet Council stated, and I quote, "Tibet learners have less debt than university graduates."
Meantime, the award for Best Speaker went to Kiana Seja from the Castleborough Secondary School.
Madam Moderator, when we dissect our opponent's arguments, we have come to a definite conclusion that skill-based learning alone has limitations. While it focuses on specific tasks, it often lacks the depth needed to adapt to evolving economic demands.
And that was Best Speaker, Castleborough Secondary School students, Kiana Sejan. From the region, 127 persons are expected to be deported back to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, according to U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE. Early estimates indicate that ICE expects to deport a total of 54,004 persons to the Caribbean. ICE did not specify a date as to when the flights would take place. The data emerges as the Trump administration, which took office this month, has initiated an aggressive immigration enforcement campaign. Recent operations have already led to approximately 3,500 arrests of unauthorized immigrants across the United States, according to ICE statistics. The ICE document also outlines several factors that can complicate deportations. The document says the U.S. government believes every country is obligated to accept the return of its citizens and nationals who are ineligible to remain in the U.S. Countries' cooperation is evaluated based on their willingness to confirm citizenship, conduct interviews, issue travel documents, and accept returns via commercial or charter flights. Trinidad and Tobago's Finance Minister Colm Imbert said Tuesday that it was fuel supply to the left engine of a Caribbean Airlines flight on Monday night that forced the airline to make an emergency landing at the Piarco International Airport. Passengers aboard the flight from Tobago to Trinidad were instructed to assume the crash position after the pilot had declared an emergency. In a statement, the airline said that the plane flying from Tobago to Trinidad left the A.N.R. Robinson International Airport in Tobago at 9:31 p.m. and had declared an emergency landing, but arrived safely at the Piarco International Airport 34 minutes later. There were 68 passengers and 4 crew members on board. On the international front, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has acknowledged there were deaths following a crowd crush at a huge religious festival in northern India. Government officials have offered their condolences for the victims, but there has been no confirmation on how many people were killed or injured. Eyewitnesses and hospital sources told the BBC that at least a dozen people died in the crush at the Kumbh Mela festival. A BBC correspondent described scenes of absolute chaos at the riverbank with clothes, shoes, blankets and backpacks strewn on the ground as crowds tried to escape. Officials had predicted up to 100 million people were expected to attend the bathing day at the Kumbh Mela, one of the world's biggest religious festivals. The BBC says tens of thousands are still trying to take the holy dip, but proceedings are very muted. On that note, we end the morning news. Sports coming up shortly. Stay tuned.
Not only does it make your white the cleanest and brightest, the benefits of using Clean and White bleach are endless. The sterilizing property of Clean and White bleach is beneficial for several household purposes. Clean and White bleach has the ability to remove mold and mildew from hard surfaces, serve as a disinfectant for household items like your kitchen and bathroom area, and even your baby's toys. Clean and White bleach is available in various sizes at Fine Food. Call 617-6342 or order on Click and Collect your Clean and White bleach today. Clean and White bleach available at Fine Foods and sold island-wide.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
The National Bank of Dominica Board of Directors invites all shareholders to Cocktails and Calypso, the annual Shareholders Forum, Thursday, January 30th, 2025 at the Fort Young Hotel. Get informed, understanding the annual report and financial statements by facilitator Dr. Robertine Shatterton. Pre-registration is required for shareholders attending the forum online. Visit nbddominica.com or NBD's social media platform for registration links and instructions. Join us as we mix business insights with vibrant culture. NBD's Cocktails and Calypso, the annual Shareholders Forum 2025.
Welcome to the Morning Sports Report. Olympic gold medalist Theo Laffour-Gatson has her eyes set on winning her first ever Outdoor World Championships later this year. Laffour-Gatson is the reigning indoor champion and says she's looking to win that outdoor championships, which will be held in Japan. Thea says she has recovered nicely from her injury and is getting stronger every day.
So what we're going to try to do, we're going to try to open up at Indoor Worlds in Nanjing, China, which is in March, and then we'll kick off our outdoor season. I'm very, very excited because in the realm of medals, the only medal I have yet to capture is an Outdoor World Championship medal, and this year will be held in Tokyo, Japan. Now, if you remember, the last time I was in Tokyo, Japan was for the Olympics, and I have a little chip on my shoulder from that. So I'm coming to get mine this time, but I'm very excited, looking forward truly to Outdoor World Championships in Tokyo, Japan at the end of the year. Well, after surgery and after the injury, I won't lie, it's difficult to go from on top of the world at the Olympics and 2 weeks later to have surgery and feel like you're starting from square one. But the truth of the matter is I've been healing quite beautifully. It's great to be back on the track again, and I'm really expecting to be able to compete this year with less pain. That's all I really want. While 2024 was phenomenal, I think that the craziest part was that I did it in pain, all in pain. And so to be in a spot right now where I feel even better than I did last year, it's a great feeling.
Olympic gold medalist Theo Laffour-Gatson. Cricket news now. Windward Islands Volcanoes captain Sunil Ambrose says it is important for the team to get off to a good start as they open up their campaign in the Cricket West Indies Regional 4-Day Tournament on Wednesday. The Volcanoes will play the Jamaican Scorpions in their first match. The Volcanoes finished second last season. Ambrose is hoping the Volcanoes can take the next step. He says he feels honored to lead the Volcanoes.
First of all, let me say thank God, because without him this wouldn't have been possible. And on the captaincy, I think it's something really special, because I don't think that this is something that I would ever be doing again. So it's really special for me.
Composition of the 13, you want to speak a little bit about that heading into this game?
Seeing that we're missing a number of really important guys. Hodge, Alec, and Springer. We would have loved to have them. And if we be honest, they're two of our better players. But I think what the guys that we have here are really talented. We have a number of youngsters who haven't really played much at this level, but I think they have what it takes, and once they do the right things for long enough and they're hungry enough, I think we're going to be just good.
The last season wasn't a good season for the Jamaica Scorpions. Expecting a stiff challenge from them?
Yes. If you look at their team, they basically picked the exact same team that they had for the Super 50. So and they did pretty well. They got to the finals. They got back John Campbell, and he's been missing for a number of years. And I think he's the most important link to their chain. And he seems to be in a really good headspace. So I think it's going to be a challenge, but having said that, I think we're up for it.
Windward Islands Volcanoes Vice Captain Sunil Ambrose. The Windwards 11 will be picked from Sunil Ambrose, Kenneth Demba, Gian Benjamin, Kieran Courtois, Darrell Cyrus, Shadrach Descartes, Jonelle Eugene, Kamal Hamilton, Ryan John, Doris Martin, Stephen Pascal, Jeremy Solozano, and Gillan Tyson. Meantime, newcomer Dominica's Kamal Hamilton is hoping to make the most of the opportunity if given the chance to play.
It's a very nice feeling to be part of the Windwards Volcanoes team. Jailing has been very nice. I very enjoyed myself playing with the Volcanoes training squad. So yeah.
So you said it has been very nice for you. When you got the call that you would be part of the 13-man squad for the first game, how did that make you feel?
Well, I felt very happy to be part of this squad because I worked very hard working on some of my areas, especially my spin because I'm not a really big spin of the ball. So I worked a little more, to do more work to accomplish what I did.
If Kamal Hamilton makes his debut, are you ready for that opportunity?
I definitely sure I'm ready for the opportunity because I worked hard training, so I definitely sure I'm ready for this.
Okay, and you training with senior guys who would have played at the international level as well. Is it something that you are learning a lot on the job basically as we prepare for this first game?
Yeah, I learned a lot on the job, like from Ambrose, different players like Kenny Demba, tell me how to hit my different areas to work on my spin bowling. So I did follow some of the instructions they gave me.
And that was Windward Islands Volcanoes player Kamal Hamilton. In other matches today, the Guyana Happy Eagles will play the Barbados Pride. The West Indies Academy will battle the Leeward Islands Hurricanes. And Trinidad and Tobago Red Force will play the combined campuses and colleges in a day-night match starting at 1 p.m. today. West Indies women's captain Hayley Matthews is hoping the ladies bring the same intensity as they look to take on an unbeatable lead against Bangladesh as they continue their T20 series tonight. The ladies are leading 1-0 following their 8-wicket win on Monday night. The two teams will meet in the second T20 at 6 p.m. in St. Kitts. Matthews says despite the win in the first T20, the Windies have to avoid being complacent.
I think probably just those middle overs that we bowl, we probably weren't the best in there and let them get a few too many runs, and then the opportunities that we probably didn't take as well in the field. So yeah, two crucial areas to improve on, but a really good start to the series still.
Similar start to the one-day series, emphatic win, and then they came back strongly. Things to learn from that?
Yeah, we just need to not get complacent, obviously go out and play every game from scratch, especially T20 cricket. It's such a fickle format and anything can happen on the day, so we just need to go out and be ready to start fresh again and hopefully have a really good one.
And that was West Indies captain Hayley Matthews. West Indies red ball coach Andre Kohli says he is proud of how his players responded to the challenges in Pakistan and win the second test. The Windies picked up their first win in Pakistan in almost 34 years, winning the second test on the weekend. Kohli says the efforts from the players should be recognized.
So it was really a test of our skills, a test of our mental strength and also a mindset. In a situation like that where, it was helpful to the spinners, be quite easy for batters to be worrying about what ifs as opposed to staying in the moment and really just watching that ball really, really long and then trusting your skills. And then what was also good was, it's learning for the players in the sense where on a tour, there are going to be instances where you're going to need to make certain adjustments. Some of it technical, some of it tactical, maybe adjustment mentally. I saw that, through as the series progressed, a few things were reinforced in the players. And then, the importance of adding new things or trying new things. And then just the mindset from the captain, who led that positive mindset. Not careless, but more around, further defining what and in playing with intent looks like and what that would look like when you approach ball by ball.
West Indies red ball coach Andre Kohli, he had high praise for his spin bowlers led by Jomel Warrican.
It was a spin-friendly condition, but bowlers also needed to put the balls in the right area to be effective. So many times you see pitches that are helpful to bowlers and they're not able to control it. So I thought our spin bowling unit led by Warrican was really good. Good to see Moti back in Test cricket and Sinclair continues to improve. And then Jaden Seals, don't discount the value or the impact that Jaden and Kimar had on the series.
West Indies. That was West Indies red ball coach Andre Kohli. This was Kohli's last series in charge of the West Indies team. He will be replaced by Darren Sammy as head coach. And finally, in the sports report this morning, Pierre Charles Secondary School secured 2 wins as the Sports Division Secondary Schools Under-20 volleyball tournaments continued Tuesday afternoon. The PCSS girls took down the Convent High School B team in straight sets, winning 25-10, 25-19, and 25-5. While the Pierre Charles Secondary School's boys team also made light work out of the Goodwill Secondary School, winning 25-12, 25-18, 25-18. Meantime, the ITSS girls beat the NECS 3-1. The ITSS boys also secured a 3-1 win over the NECS Northeast Comprehensive School. Well, that's how we end the DBS Morning News and Sports. We'll have another major package at 1:15. Before that, a news preview at 11. There's no news at 6. Just a reminder, a 5:30 edition of the announcements this afternoon. That's because we'll be bringing live coverage of a government town hall meeting in Salibia at 6. On behalf of the news and sports departments and our links personnel, Hazari Williams, I am Ivona John Baptist Luge. Good morning.
The National Bank of Dominica Board of Directors invites all shareholders to Cocktails and Calypso, the annual Shareholders Forum, Thursday, January 30th, 2025 at the Fort Young Hotel. Get informed, understanding the annual report and financial statements by facilitator Dr. Robertine Chatterton. Pre-registration is required for shareholders attending the forum online. Visit nbddominica.com or NBD's social media platforms for registration links and instructions. Join us as we mix business insights with vibrant culture. NBD's Cocktails and Calypso, the annual Shareholders Forum 2025.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
DBS News. Accurate, up-to-date, professional. We bring you the news of the nation via 3 newscasts, Monday to Saturday at 7 a.m. The DBS Major Morning News, 1:15 p.m. Your lunchtime news bulletin, and at 6 in the evening, the DBS Evening News. Call us at 448-4302. Listen on www.dbcradio.net. Don't forget to like our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/DBS Radio. Stay on top of the nation's news with your nation station, DBS. 7:33 is the time here on Your Nature Isle. Coming up shortly, we bring you your morning's weather report. Just before we do so, would like to remind you of your Kalinago phrase for today, and that's, I'm going without you, in Kalinago. Ni Yandurian Boaria. Ni Yandurian Boaria. I'm going without you, in Kalinago. Ni Yandiran Boaria. Ni and I, Yandirian, Yundiriyen, Boaria, Boaria, Ni Yundirian Boaria. I'm not going, or I'm going without you. Our Kalinago phrase of the day. Be sure to join us tomorrow morning, God willing, at roughly 6:47 here on Your Nature Isle for another edition of your Kalinago word, phrase, or sentence of the day. Made possible compliments your nation station, DBS Radio. 7:34 is the time. Up next, we'll bring you your morning's weather report. Made possible compliments the good folks of Flow Dominica Limited and Big Edge Financial.
Here's a fun fact. In just 29 seconds, you can say goodbye to paper bills forever. Seriously, in 29 seconds. That's less time than this ad. Head over to discoverflow.co or visit us in-store and update your contact information now. By October 1st, your bills will be digital, easy to access, secure, and hassle-free. So what are you waiting for? This ad still has 2 seconds left, and you could have already gone paperless.
At this time, we greet to Dervon Matthew with this morning's weather report. Good morning.
Good morning. The weather update from the Dominica Meteorological Service at the Douglas Charles Airport for the 29th of January 2025, recorded at 7 a.m. The weather today is expected to be fair to occasionally cloudy with some scattered showers. The current conditions at the Douglas Charles Airport: partly cloudy with westerly winds at 4 knots or 7 km per hour. The present temperature 23 degrees Celsius or 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Yesterday's rainfall was 1.2 millimeters, and the monthly rainfall so far is 154.5 millimeters. The sun will set today at 6:02 p.m. and rise tomorrow at 6:35 a.m. The high tide today will be at 3:22 p.m. and the next low tides will be at 8:52 a.m. and 10:13 p.m. The weather outlook for Dominica and the Lesser Antilles: a surface trough is expected to result in an increase in cloudiness with some scattered showers over the island from later today into Thursday. Winds are expected to weaken during the period and to strengthen again from Thursday night. Moderate seas are forecast for the next 24 to 36 hours, with waves peaking up to 8 feet along the northern and eastern coastlines. Small craft operators and sea users are advised to stay alert and to take the necessary precautions. A further increase in wave heights can be expected from late tomorrow and into the weekend. The synopsis: unstable conditions are approaching the area. The forecast for today and tonight: fair to occasionally cloudy with some scattered showers. The winds are expected to be east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 15 to 30 km per hour with higher gusts, the sea conditions being moderate in open waters, and waves 1.5 to 2.5 meters or 5 to 8 feet. A small craft advisory is in effect. For more information about the weather conditions, visit our website at www.weather.gov.dm or call us at 266-4490. For further information, you can like our Facebook page at Dominica Meteorological Service, follow us on Instagram at Dominica Met, or add our WhatsApp channel at 618-3469. Reporting from the Douglas Charles Airport, I am Devon Matthew.
And we thank Dervon Matthew for this morning's weather report, made possible compliments Flow Dominica Limited and Big Edge Financial.
You've got the edge over your circumstances. Many times there'll be trials to face, at least when it comes to your waning finances. You've got the edge, help is coming your way. You've got Big Edge for those days when you're running low. Big Edge is the place to go. Big Edge, the cash can be in your hand with the easiest payment plans. Big Edge, cash in a flash.
Make weather information a part of your daily life. Listen to the weather report after the morning news and at 1:10 p.m. daily on DBS Radio. A message from the Dominica Meteorological Service, your trusted source for weather information.
This is DBS Radio.
"22 minutes before 8. Up next, we present the general announcements and what's on your community bulletin board. Made possible compliments the Central Cooperative Credit Union, and Valley Engineering, Sales and Services.
Central Cooperative Credit Union is encouraging all members to update their accounts. Members, please present the following at any of our 2 branches. Valid picture ID. This could be a passport, Dominica Social Security card, government-issued ID, such as driver's license or state ID. Proof of address, reflecting your name and current address. This document could be a utility bill, hire purchase document, bank statement, bank reference letter, employment letter, or driver's license. Where your driver's license is presented as a proof of address, you will need to present your passport or Dominica Social Security card as identification. While you are at the branch of your choice, please take the opportunity to update the beneficiary to your account. The purpose of this is to ensure that upon your death, the person whom you so desire will get the proceeds to your account. Please visit our Goodwill or Portsmouth branch today. Our friendly and efficient staff are waiting to serve you.
And now, your community bulletin board.
Applications are invited from suitably qualified individuals for the position of Director of Security at the Dominica Air and Seaports Authority. Requirements: BSc in Criminal Justice preferred and/or diploma from a recognized police training academy with supplemental courses in law enforcement. Minimum of 10 years experience in law enforcement or a related field. Training and/or experience in law enforcement. Strong oral and written communication skills. A mature individual who demonstrates a high level of integrity and discipline. Core functions. The Director of Security is responsible for coaching, managing, and ensuring the training of personnel who provide frontline security and protection of air and sea travelers, airports and seaports in keeping with the relevant protocols and legislation, and any other properties under the control of the authority. Remuneration and conditions of recruitment. An attractive remuneration package will be offered. The position will be contractual for 2 years in the first instance, subject to renewal based on performance. Application should be sent under confidential cover to the General Manager of DASPA. The General Manager, Dominica Air and Seaports Authority, Rosso Dominica. Email daspaceo@daspa.dm. The deadline for the receipt of applications is February 15, 2025. Applications are invited from suitably qualified individuals for the position of Chief Operations Officer at the Dominica Air and Seaports Authority, DASPA. Requirements: bachelor's degree in finance, business, or a related field. Master's in business or similar relevant field. 5 plus years experience in management in air and/or seaport operations. Core functions: the Chief Operations Officer, COO, will support the Chief Executive Officer, CEO, by developing and implementing relevant policies, strategies, and procedures, with special responsibility for the provision of operational oversight at Dominica Air and Seaports Authority, leading the operational management function of DASPA's portfolio of operations and assets. This includes monitoring the performance of DASPA's operations, ensuring compliance with the relevant ICAO, ECCAA, IMO, SOLAS, local regulations and requirements, ensuring a prioritized operational program for improvement, renewals, and growth. Remuneration and conditions of recruitment. An attractive remuneration package will be offered. The position will be contractual for 2 years in the first instance, subject to renewal based on performance. Applications should be sent under confidential cover to the General Manager of DASPA as follows. The General Manager, Dominica Air and Seaports Authority, P.O. Box 243, Roseau, Dominica. The deadline for the receipt of applications is February 15, 2020.